It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Browar Maryensztadt and it's a bottle of their Project Barrel Aged Chocolate Rye Russian Imperial Stout brewed in Jack Daniel barrels from 2018, coming in at 11.5% ABV. There's a look at the label. My apologies if I butchered the name of the brewery. Is there. Sounds really good. 11.5% ABV. Definitely in that Russian Imperial Stout territory. There's a look at the bottle cap. Let's get this nice looking beer out into a glass and see what we get. At this stage of the beer review, I want to say a massive thank you to Mark. Thank you very much to Mark. This is the last beer from the pack of beers he sent me. I must have had about 10 different beers from him. Wonderful stuff. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mark. Mark from Poland. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. Bit of a rigorous pour towards the end. I wanted to create that tan coloured head. If there's one thing I really love about a Russian Imperial Stout, and that is that jet black beer in the glass with a one finger tan coloured head. It just looks, well, it doesn't have to be one finger, but a jet black beer with a lovely tan coloured head. Looks tremendous, it really does. Look at that washing round in my glass. Tremendous. Should we get the aroma? There's no light bleeding through this beer whatsoever. I just want to fall over into a beanbag cradling this beer. Wow. It's really chocolatey and roasted, but at the same time you get that wonderful woody Jack Daniel's cask. So vinous and kind of plummy and figgy and pruny in the aroma, with some whiskey, bourbon whiskey. It's woody, vanilla, spices. Oh, I just want to close my eyes and just almost go to sleep. Not out of sheer boredom, just out of sheer relaxation with that wonderful aroma. It's time to dive in. It's time to wake myself up. Cheers. Oh my goodness me. I've got to put that down. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows, what a magical beer. I'm always wary when I get a barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout. Ideally, I would rather just a Russian Imperial Stout that wasn't barrel-aged, if I'm honest, with my own personal palate. But this is different. This beer is different. There's a nice amount of roasted malt, chocolate, coffee, caramel, lactose-like flavours coming through. It's got a big, thick mouthfeel. Maybe some oats in the beer to thicken that mouthfeel up. Maybe it's just the amount of malt they used in the beer. But going back to the whiskey, it's nice. It's just a tinkle. It's just a little flavour around the edges of whiskey and wood and Jack Daniels. It's not too overpowering. I had a barrel-aged beer. Oh, it was made by, I think it was made by Molson Coors. They managed to get the rights to Jameson's whiskey. It was called Jameson's Stout or something like that, and it was about 4 years ago. I was loving all of these kind of barrel-aged stouts up to then, and I had this Jameson's Stout made by Molson Coors. Oh, it was horrendous. It was absolutely horrendous. They must have brewed the original beer up to about 7% ABV, threw it in a fresh Jameson's barrel, and brought it up to 12% ABV by soaking from the wood, the alcohol soaking from the wood into the 7% beer, getting it up to about 12%. So you can imagine the beer. The beer was thin, really watery, with a massive whiskey kick and a little bit of stout. And since then, mentally, I've been, oh no, another barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout in whiskey barrels. But as I mentioned, 95% of them have been fantastic. This beer is, I want to make things clear, this beer is absolutely tremendous. It's just this mental block I seem to have with these Russian Imperial Stouts now because of what Molson Coors did to me. Blame you, Molson Coors. This is wonderful. It's just a little touch of whiskey. It's more about the stout, the Russian Imperial Stout. Chocolate, coffee, caramel, nice bitterness, plums, figs, prunes. Yes, there's a woodiness. Now there's a little kick of Jack Daniels coming through on the back of the palate, but it's not overpowering, nothing. There's vanilla, there's a touch of licorice. Fabulous beer. I'm gonna rate it. I'm ready to rate it. 11.5%. Fantastic mouthfeel. I can't read the description or if that's ingredients or whatnot. If you're from Poland, if you can read this, if you can maybe translate it for me in the comments box, I'd be very appreciative of that. But this beer, that's a bit of dribble there in the bottle. That's a pretty good beer. Well, it's more than pretty good. It's a fantastic beer. Brewed 22nd of the 10th, 2018. Or maybe not brewed. Maybe bottled. So maybe it's been in the bottle for 5 months. 5 months. Yeah, just 5 months and 6 days it's been in the bottle. Beautiful. Looks good. Look at the lacing, look at the way the carbonation chases that beer up the head. So it looks good, it smells good, tastes incredible. I like that beer enough to give it a massive 9 out of 10. It's a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, and cheers.